Hey, we're asking the question today, are Lowe boats good boats? If you don't know me, I'm Captain Matt, the author of the book, Boat Buyer's Secret Weapon. You can get it on Amazon, anywhere books are sold, and host of the Boat Buyer's Secret Weapon channel. So let's jump into, are Lowe boats good boats? Let's first start with the history. They were founded in 1971 by Carl Lowe and J.B. Appleby in Lebanon, Missouri, which is near the Lake of the Ozarks. They've won more CSI awards than any other aluminum boat builder, according to their website. In 2004, they were acquired by Brunswick. If you know, Brunswick owns Mercury, they own Sea Ray Bayliner, but they also own London Crestliner, two comparable aluminum fishing boats. They're competitors in the marketplace, although they build their boats very differently. And today, they're still built in Lebanon, Missouri, where a bunch of aluminum fishing boats are made kind of in that general area. Let's take a look at some of their boats. They've got their deep V's and their fish and ski, which is kind of their aluminum V-hull. They've got their modified V and their regular deep V, just straight fishing boats, modified V-hulls, and somewhat bass boats. And they've also got a center console style. They call it their bay boat. Deep V utility boats, tiller handles. So the question that we started with is Lowe aluminum boats? We're not talking about their pontoon line. We're just talking about their aluminum fishing boat line. Are they good boats? The answer is yes. They are very well built boats. In my best and worst aluminum fishing boat video, I go to the boat show and I inspect all of the aluminum fishing boats there, various shows, use my experience and give you what I found that I really liked, what I found that I didn't care for, some things they do different as well. So check that out. You can check that out after you finish up here. Let's go to how they build their boat. So when we compare them, their construction, they're gauge aluminum, 0.072 to 0.125, and they are welded. If you notice, almost everybody uses the 50-52 alloy. They're using the same stuff. They just call it H34. It's the equivalent. I don't know what the moniker is. It might be a marketing spin, but they're using fairly high quality, thick aluminum. Again, because they're building some smaller tiller handle boats, they're not as thick as everybody across the board, but on the top end, they're using the 0.125 like most are, and they are welded. I've got another video where I talk about the difference between riveted and welded, which is best. You can check that out on the channel as well. Let's take a look at Lowe specifically. Because they're a Brunswick company, they do have the ability to invest in robotics, and they build enough boats that their welds are robotic welds, which means that they're more consistent. Not perfect, but more consistent. Extruded keel locks, hull side, and welded. So what that means is their keel, which is the centerpiece of the boat and kind of the place to most likely impact. They actually, it kind of tongue and groove is that lock fit. And so it slides into that groove and then it's welded. So very secure, very well fastened on that. Gives it a quiet and a little bit more solid ride with their closed cell foam, with some safety and support. If you think about it with this aluminum can, if it was foam filled, it would be a little bit more rigid, a little bit more solid. If we were to hit waves, it would feel more solid under your feet. They also, they've got ample rod and gear storage. It's not the biggest I've seen, but it's good size. They water test every boat to make sure all of their welds are good and waterproof. And they'll actually put it in the tank for 5-10 minutes, put some pressure on it so we get some good pressure built up as if you were running. And they do that on every single boat. They're exclusive Mercury engines. So because they're Brunswick, you're only going to get a black motor on the back. Limited lifetime warranty on the hulls and the plywood decking. On some models, they're still using plywood on the deck. For me, that's not a concern because it's 7-layer marine grade plywood, which means every layer is treated and then it's pushed together. Where the problems came in the industry in the past is they would put it all together and then they would treat it so that if you drilled through, well, that water seeped into that hole, well, it got to the non-treated lumber in the middle sections. But when each layer is treated and then glued together, we don't have that same issue. And it's very, very, very long lasting. 3-year bound to stern warranty on those boats as well. So if you're looking at buying an aluminum fishing boat, grab my Boat Buyer's Toolkit. It's totally free, boatbuyerstoolkit.com, 40 pages, packed with checklist questions to ask yourself about what boat's the right boat for you. We've given away thousands and thousands and thousands of these here at the channel. You can check that out at Boat Buyer's Toolkit. If you've owned a Lowe, hey, give us your experience. Tell us what you liked, what you didn't. Tell us what year and model you had so we know what we're comparing. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. And remember, life truly is better on a boat.